Welcome to the titular intro episode of Books and Tea. I don't have tea and I probably won't, but let's take it as the metaphorical tea is, and I have gossip and information to spill about these random books I've been reading. I feel like I should do something with my innate interest in reading. I should monetize all of my hobbies, actually, because nothing should be sacred. Also, I just want to yap about stuff that isn't like OCs that also doesn't require me to like draw a bunch of stuff or write a bunch of lore where I can just like sit down and talk. So at the beginning of this, I'm just doing books I already own. So no books that I'm getting from anywhere. I'm not going to go out and buy anything. You can start recommending things if you'd like. Most of the money is if you want me to get a book, you kind of have to support me on Kofi. Because I don't have money and I need money in order to buy books. But for the most part, we're just gonna be using like all of the books I've already bought. When I get my way through all those, I'll start using like library books or buying books if I get money. I'll be using like little visual representations of like characters and stories and whatnot because a lot of the things I'll be talking about are mangas where I can't say the name of characters because I can't read, which is really funny because I'm talking about how I can read while also talking about how I can't read. Anyways, I don't know how to pronounce a lot of people's names. I'll just be like, and this guy. So if you get lost, there's probably will be visual representations. I won't be talking about a book today because this is just a titular intro that I'm going to try and speed run. I'm not sure if I'm going to add speed paints to this, but if I do, they will not be related to the subjects really. All right, so some books I've read. I'm like standing on top of my. I have this bin under my bed filled with books. I'll take a photo of it. Some of them are not books. So we're just gonna like pull some. I have the entirety of the Bongo Stray Dogs Beast volume. On top of that was Phantom Busters, which I read. I only have the first volume up. I have the Witch Hat Cookbook, the first 11th, 12th, and 13th books. I have the second book of You and I Are Polar Opposites. You're gonna notice there's a weird order in which I have things, and that's because I use the library to not have to like actively buy all the books. I have 3, 4, and 6 of the summer that Hikaru died because 5 is covered in the anime. So I'm like, I don't need it, but I haven't read 6. So maybe I'll read that as a part of this. I have volume 1 and 2 of Spacewalking with You. I have Go For It Nakamura, which the anime for that just came out, and I've watched. Have I only watched one episode, or did I watch two? I think I only watched one episode. We're just going through them all. So if you see a title and you're like, ooh, I like that, tell me more about that. Or I would just want to hear you talk about that one for a while. Our dining room table, The Case Files of Juilliard Richard. I've not read this one. It has an anime. Adults picture book. This one is pretty good. I don't know how to pronounce this one, but it has an anime. I don't know how to pronounce this one either, but I'll show. Oh my god, I editing me. It's the foxes. It's the fox girls is the first one, and then the guy, the other one, the one with the G, is the second one that I stated. Like the Mona Lisa, which I never technically finished, but like I finished it to the point where like I kind of know how it ended. And the first volume of Given, because I watched the anime before I read the book. So I could talk about the differences between that. And I've watched the anime for some of these ones that I'm like, this has an anime for. And there might be others elsewhere. I know there's one in my hallway that I don't know the name of. I also have other books that are not just like mangas, and you can recommend those. It'll just take me longer to read them. Read Last year, I read The Spirit with Its Teeth, so I'll talk about that one. If anybody is like, yes, talk about that one. I want to hear you talk about that. And I am slowly but sure finishing Compound Fracture. I will do it. And eventually we'll finish Hell Follows With Us, which they're all by the same author. If you didn't know, Sans Undertale. It's just staring at me. Anyways, I wanted to talk about what books I wanted to get. So I take recommendation. I like honestly slice of life things manga wise more than I like if you can't tell more than I like action ones, but if you've got any good action ones, I'll take it. Uh, I will read the 14th Witch Hat book when it comes out. Well, it's out. When I buy it, which I haven't bought it yet. I'll take any novel recommendations seriously. But yeah, I'm probably gonna just I will be focusing on more or less like series I haven't finished. Will this series go anywhere? I sure hope it does. Just wanted to do a quick introduction. And if you're like, wow, your set looks different, there will be a video about that soon. Hopefully. Bye.